So hello, welcome back to Go Again Gaming. A bit of a lazy video today. We're just going to be testing some Sandscour Greatbow that I'm using at the moment. We haven't played too many games. We've played 3 games so far. 2 against the same opponent. It was against Zandronel's Dash. I won 1 and lost 1. And then we also have 1 against another deck as well with Azalea Mirror Match. So it's very much all about just trying to dominate pretty much everything every time, and squeezing the aim counter value out of a lot of things as well, to really try and interact with the opponent where you can every single turn. Doesn't block very well, but again, with the interaction that we want to find, it doesn't really matter if we're blocking or not, because you want to be taking all the value away from the opponent's turn, so we don't need to block, basically, so we can just keep coming in every single turn. Yeah, this is the list currently. Spellfray is just in there for Wizard. Obviously, you've got Arcane Barrier on the head and the arms, but obviously sometimes you need the you just need to prevent the damage for Wizard, so that's in there. There's no. We do have a Dreadbore in here, but I probably will remove this for an extra slot somewhere, because Dreadbore doesn't really work with the aim counters, and we're not running a Quiver. We're not running Death Dealer. We're not running Crow's Nest, because Sandscour is the thing that we're trying to make the most use out of. No Snapdragon Scalers either here. We can sometimes go off with Perch Grapplers. There's quite a few blues and yellows in the list, so we can normally crack this to go very, very wide with Endless Arrows, which are always good. And Bullseye Bracers, of course, popping off. So yeah, but pretty much standard stuff. There's a lot of look at the top of the deck cards and things like Ravenous Rabble, of course, Read the Glide Path, your standard sort of stuff. Then we've also got things like Scout the Periphery, 2 of those. Seek Horizon, which is just a way of putting something from your hand on top of your deck and then dominating it, or accessing it from Sandscour. Then we've got obviously the classic Recursion with 3 Memorial Grounds in the list. We've got more Read the Glide Paths with yellow, and we've also got these Whisper of the Oracles in the sideboard as well for those matchups where we just want to find the thing as soon as we can. So things like Red and the Ledger, things that shut down a lot of those decks that can just output more damage than us. You know, Whisper of the Oracle has been very, very good on turn 1, where I can just Sandscour in a dominated attack. And your turn 1s, you normally do want to be going first with most matchups, if not all of these matchups, because of the fact that obviously you can see a lot of your deck. You can normally dominate on turn 1, regardless of whether you have the knock or not. So that's the sort of strategy. It's just trying to interact every turn, but we're going to try and play a few games today and see if I can demonstrate what I'm trying to get at here. But again, haven't played too many games with it. So we're just going to try and play some games today. So Classic Constructed, Public, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Could be really bad into certain things that can just block really, really tall. But this, for instance, is going to be quite aggro-y. So hopefully we'll put in the Whispers of the Oracle, take out this. We'll probably leave the Sedation Shot in there. The 64 card deck doesn't really matter in this, because obviously we can access and find the stuff that we need fairly quickly. But we'll see how this goes. Let's submit the deck, and again, if we're going second, we can really sort of filter what we want in our opening hand, the hand that matters. But normally the first hand will matter anyway, and this is this is an interesting one. But at least we can A/B some stuff depending on what they want to do. But yeah, they're using a Bloodied Oval and a Scepter of Pain. Interesting. So they're going to be activating the Grasp to just create a rune chant, and then Blessing of the Occult and passing back to me. Okay, interesting. So let's activate the bow. Pitching a blue. Top of the deck is Deadeye. Okay. So we're going to put in Spire Sniping. Look at the top 2. And that is a pretty good start. So we're going to put Judge, Jury, Executioner on the top of the deck. And then we're going to Seek and Destroy, Judge, Jury for 11 Dominate with an aim counter. So that's pretty good. It's going to draw out a lot of their armour. pretty quickly. So it's 11, which means they can block it all out, I imagine. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can block it out of a D-React. They can block it out of a D-React from hand. If they don't have a D-React from hand, we are going to hit them hard. So we'll see. They can block with their Bloodied Oval as well. No, they can't, because they haven't got more life than us. So this cannot be stopped unless they have a D-React in hand. 3. Okay. All right. So they are discarding down to 1, which is nice. But our follow-up here is not good because we don't have an arrow in hand, which is just typical, isn't it? Typical. But hopefully we can find one. Knock on top, which is fine because we can actually. No, we can't access that, can we? No, we can't access it. So that can go to the bottom. Let's take a look again. Target myself. Premeditate. Oh my god, this is not good. This is not good. What a fumble that is. After an epic start, we fumble massively there. That is a shame. That is a big shame. That is a big shame. After a huge fumble. After a great start, we fumble with no arrows. Perfect. Perfect. Great stuff. Oh wow, they're just going for the OTK. I think they probably know that that's probably the way to go, right? Because they can just build up a load of rune chants and then pop off. We just need to kill them fast. We need to kill them faster than they can kill us, basically. So we've got that on top. This turn is going to be a Codex, isn't it? So we want to probably access the Lace of Bloodrot. So we'll activate Azalea, I think. Yeah. Lace with Inertia, Lace with Bloodrot, Premeditate, activate the bow. We'll see what's on top with Deadeye. Read the glide path, no problem. Then we will Codex, bringing back the Judge, Jury, Executioner. Bit of a shame because you don't have anything else to put in there, because that's the only arrow we fired this entire game, which is very interesting. Haven't had that issue yet. When playing this, it's been fairly good. But yeah, it's just funny that when we start recording, it gives us a no arrow turn, and we can't find the thing with Sandscour, which is just hilarious, really. But still, coming in with a load of damage, 14 damage. They are blocking with a lot of their equipment here. They are still going to be taking 2 by the looks of it, and a Blood Rot and an Inertia. No, they've saved it. Okay, cool. Fine. So that's fully blocked. Cool, so I get a Ponder. That goes into the arsenal, and we pass. So we've got another Codex. Got another Codex here. We are whittling away their armour as well. Can they actually attack us with the rune chants? I don't think they can they? They've got a card in the arsenal. They haven't got any resources to use. So I don't think they can do that, anything with the arsenal there. But they are just going to be building up their rune chants and trying to blast us away, Kamehameha wave with what they've got here. But let's see what we've got. We've got an immobilizing shot on top. We can dominate that just to try and get some damage leaked through, and it will stop them from doing multiple things next turn. But is the damage going to be enough? I think we just need to Codex, don't we, to be honest. But we don't have any Codex targets because we've only drew 1 arrow this entire game. So I think we are just going to have to do this. And maybe try and put an aim counter on it as well to discard a card from their hand. Maybe. So let's try and do that. So we'll leave that on top. Then we will pitch to Deadeye. Pitching the Codex, I think, is probably the best thing to do. Play the Premeditate. Use the bow. Put the immobilizing shot into the arsenal with a name counter on it, and then we will fire this at them for 13. Not dominated, but still 13 is quite a lot of damage. whittling away their armour now as well, which is what we want to be doing. But they can just block with everything here. It's got an aim counter on it as well, so they are going to discard a card from their hand if they don't block this. And if I take 18 rune chants to the face, it's still going to put me down to 22, so I'm still not dead yet. So we've got a Deadeye trigger, which is just going to discard the last card in their hand. Premeditate, ponder on hit, and then they can only play one action next turn, or one non-attack, or one attack and one non-attack next turn from the mini red and the ledger effect. So that's fine, pass. And then the ponder's going to trigger, allows us to change what we want to do here. So we are going to put the Seeker Eyes in our arsenal. We've got Memorial Ground as well set up here, so we can get some dominates through. And they're just going to come in with a load of damage here. So we are just going to take it and just hope that we can just continue the train after this damage has been taken. So again, we drop down to 22 after this attack, after the rune chants come in. Well, yeah, okay. And then 6 is coming in here. So our next turn is going to be Memorial Ground back on the Judge Jury. And then Seek and Destroy it. So I think we can play this, get the Judge Jury back, Seek and Destroy. So we can block with 2 cards here. We can block with a Drill Shot, and then we can block with a Perch Grapplers, just to take 1 damage. That'll do. Memorial Ground, get back on the Judge Jury. And then we can just activate Azalea, Judge Jury, and then come in with 8 Dominate. On hit, discard your hand, apart from 1 card. And they can block 1, 2. So they can block 3 from hand. 3. So if they got a Bloodied Oval, doesn't work because they're on higher life. So they're still going to be taking 1 damage here. Still going to be taking 1 damage from the because Bloodied Oval doesn't work because it's on higher life. So sink below. It's not gonna stop the on hit. There needs to be a reduced to rune chant behind this as well, but it's dominated, so they can't stop the on hit. Blocking with all the armor. Alright, okay, they're undoing their actions. Of course they are. It's going to hit them no matter what, I think. And there's not sure if there's anything they can do about it, because they've got 3 block there. With the 4 block D-react, 1 is still going through, so they are still going to have to discard their hand. So I think that's going to hit them no matter what. So they are going to get a rune chant from the Arknight Shard. Just getting a little bit of extra value from the from pitching that to get the rune chant. Cool. They discarded down to 1. Got Seek and Destroy effect as well, so they're playing Sonata Galaxia. I can't remember what that does, but hey ho. So let's have a look. Top card. It's a Ravenous Rabble, so that can go to the bottom, I think. Then we are going to... we can just come in with the Codex and then another Red in the Ledger effect from... Do we have Red in the Ledger? We don't even have Red in the Ledger in the graveyard yet. We have Judge Jury, that's it. Wow, we are not drawing very many arrows this game, are we? Holy hell. So I think we just have to try and find it with Whisper. See what happens. Knock the Death Whistle. So we can actually go and get... Because we can access the top, we can activate Azalea, use Knock, then use the bow to put the thing in from the top. So that's probably the best play we've got, to be honest. I think that's probably the best thing we can do. So if we activate Azalea, we've still got a yellow to play as well. So we could come in for 8, which is still not going to be... Still not going to be enough. Unless we can just do more damage. We can just do bolt and shot and then Codex. Probably the best thing to do, isn't it? Target myself. Not Death Whistle. Let's just do that. Let's just come in for damage this turn. 9, go again. Just come in for damage and then drill shot. Probably the best thing we can do. Cool. Fine. Just get back the drill shot. They have to discard a card as well, which means we can just put a -1 counter on the Spellbound Creepers, so they have no armor now left. So as long as we can continue to dominate, we might be all right, but we'll see. We just haven't had many arrows this entire game. Very strange. I haven't really had that issue while playing this deck and goldfishing this deck. But that's what happens. They still can't use their Bloodied Oval, so we could just put the counter on the Bloodied Oval. Probably makes more sense to put it on the Creepers. But it looks like they are going to block. Cool. Then you add knock to the arsenal. And they're probably going to come in with some damage here with the Scepter of Pain. We're not going to pitch the Arcane Barrier. So not a Death Whistle. So we can go and get some stuff. Let's go and get it. Let's go and get Red in the Ledger, perhaps. Red in the Ledger for 11 dominate. They've got no armor left. So we just have to keep going for the dominates here now. That's probably the only way out we've got. We have to keep going for the dominates. And again, we can recur Looming Doom. Okay, interesting. Are they going to take the 2 damage? No, they're not. We won't pitch to Arcane Barrier. That's fine. Okay, so do we do knock again? Or do we Codex something? We want to knock, don't we? Because we want to get the aim counter value from this. So maybe an immobilizing shot dominated. Because that's the only thing that's going to allow us to do both. Unless we knock, don't reload, go get something to the top of the deck. But we need to dominate it, really, don't we? That's what we need to be doing here. Right, let's go get another card dominated. Let's go and get Infecting Shot for the damage. We're going to reload in the Codex, I think. Going to activate Azalea. Infecting Shot comes in with an extra aim counter. Well, with the aim counter because of Sandscour. And then we can just fire this at them for 9 dominate aim counter. So, again, they're probably going to be starting to Arsenal D-Reacts. Blocking with the 9th Blade from hand. If they have a D-React in their arsenal, they can block a lot of this. But we're still going to be taking away their arsenal and giving them a Blood Rot. 7 to 17 here. Another Rune Blood incantation. Looming Doom's going to start getting some value. But I think... we'll see. We'll see. Inertia's going to trigger. So they're going to get rid of their hand in their arsenal. Lovely old job. And then Blood Rot as well. They might be able to reorganise the triggers there. Maybe not. I don't know. No. I'll take 2 from Looming Doom. No problem. So now we can activate this. So we've got Lacewith on top. We can just come in for lethal this turn. We can just strip their hand away, can't we? So we can just do... yeah. Then we can do pre-med. Then we can put the... if we put the Seek Horizon on top with the station. Yeah. Pretty good. So Seek Horizon actually could be one of the winning cards here. So if we play Seek Horizon, put the Sedation Shot on top, we can then access it with Sandscour. So that's pretty good. So we're going to put this on top. So it's 4 go again. And then we can access the card that we've just put on there with Sandscour, with Deadeye, so it's going to come in for 12 after this. So we're doing a 16 damage turn here with multiple on hits and a ponder being presented as well. So stripping 2 cards away, that's great, lovely old job. Now we can just come in for 12 with a name counter. Think that's enough? Yeah, they're dead. GG. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. So yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good showing. I mean, we had a bit of a stumble at the start with regards to the not getting the arrows that we needed to get early, but we did manage to come through that on the other end there, luckily. So probably we'll just upload this as a demonstration of what this deck is all about, and hopefully it sparks some ideas in the Azalea community as to what this deck could look like. I mean, it could be optimized more. I mean, this is just an idea that I've had, and a lot of us are looking at Sandscour Greatbow again because of the spoiler card of Judge, Jury, Executioner, because of the heavy hitters meta. A lot of people are trying to refigure out where Azalea sort of stands in that, but I think just dominating everything, trying to get the interaction through, stripping cards from hand with Deadeye, getting the more consistent aim counter value could be a good way to go. But what do you think? Leave a comment in the section below, and we'll see you very, very soon. It's all over again here on Go Again Gaming. Hopefully doing more videos and streams like this, just playing more Flesh and Blood, albeit it's online. But I think there's some value to be had in the ideas that are presented here today. But like and subscribe. Check out goagaingaming.com for all the ways you can help support the channel. And we'll see you soon. Cheers.